Hello and welcome back. This is video number 4, and we're going to jump right in and talk about the 4-step video blueprint. And I'm going to give you a quick overview before we dive into each and every one of these videos. So now that you have a general overview of the plan, let's discuss why these 4 videos are so important. So you've likely seen how big product launches use a certain number of videos to pre-launch their product. Now, these 4 videos will work really well together. However, if you decide that a different angle will work better for your customers, then obviously test that out. Now, there's a certain number of elements that you need to cover in each video in order to correctly pre-launch your product. Now, the main benefit of using these videos is that they're not just useful for your pre-launch, meaning you can continue to use them after your product has been launched to convert prospects into buyers. So once you've officially launched the product using the pre-launch videos, then you can turn it into what we were talking about earlier, which is the evergreen video marketing funnel. Now, I just want to make it clear that there is no right or wrong way of doing these videos. Like I mentioned earlier, you can do it however you wish. We're just giving you a basis and an outline, and you can tweak it based upon how you feel your audience is going to interact better. Because obviously you know your audience and your prospects and your customers way better than we do. We're simply giving you blueprints which you need later on to tailor fit to your product and service. So here are the 4 videos as follows. We've got video number 1, which is motivational and hope. We briefly touched base about this in the previous videos, how a lot of times people they don't have the hope and they feel like I've tried this, I've tried that, there's no hope, there's no solution. And your goal of this video is to break that mindset, show them something totally opposite and perhaps controversial, different from their mindset, and to try to shift their mindset to essentially what you're trying to sell later. So the reason why video 1 works so well is it disarms them. It makes them feel like it's not a sales video. Because if you can imagine, most videos typically will start at video number 4. And by starting by video number 4, you lose a lot of people who aren't really aware of your product and service and don't necessarily trust you just yet. So video number 1 will oftentimes help you gain their trust, help them relate to you and you relate to them, and so forth. So we'll dive more about that in that particular video. Then, of course, we have video number 2, which is education. And since video number 1, we talked about motivational, there's hope, there is a solution. You don't necessarily have to tell them what the solution is. Video number 2 is kind of like teasing them about what the solution could be. Maybe you don't really necessarily talk about your product per se, but you can elaborate further by educating them, giving them essentially training or content. And if you think about live webinars that you've been on that you've got a lot of good content from, that's a little bit of what this video would be about. So you're not necessarily selling yet, you're just giving a really good content that would give people a lot of aha moments, it would answer their objections, and it would get them in the frame of mind of, yes, I am ready to buy. What is the solution? And that's where we bring to video number 3, which is the secret system. The secret system is essentially your secret. What is your solution? Your blueprint? What is your secret sauce that you have discovered that other people have not? But at this point in time, remember, you're not necessarily selling just yet. You just said, I've discovered a secret. This is what it is. You don't have to tell them exactly what it is, but you can tell them enough where they're like, okay, I understand there's hope. I understand there's I'm educated now and I understand there's secret sauce, but how do I get access to this system? How do I get my hands on it? And that's what video number 4 is, which is the offer. So like I said, most people start with video number 4. But if you start with video 1, 2, 3, and 4, then you're better likely to convert somebody and you're better likely to gain their trust and they're more likely to buy from you. So let's go ahead and jump into these videos one by one and more in depth in the next 4 videos. Hello and welcome to video number 3. This is pre-launch and what needs to be done. So to better understand how this works, in just a moment, I'm going to show you a mind map of what your pre-launch video is going to look like. In other words, we are going to dive in and I'm going to show you what the evergreen video marketing funnel will look like. So before you show anyone your videos, you want to make sure that you get them onto your email list. From there, then you'll send them to video number 1. Now, don't worry, I will show you all of this in action in the mind map in just a minute. But first, I wanted to kind of briefly talk about it first. In other words, you want to get them to opt in so that you can send them your videos each and every day. Otherwise, you won't be able to do that. The purpose of an evergreen funnel is if somebody subscribes today, the videos will be shown to them based upon when they sign up, rather than during a specific time and date. With that said, let's jump on over to the mind map software, which in this case, we're going to be using lucidchart.com. You can use anything that you want to. And I highly recommend this software because it really allows you to take all the details and ideas out of your mind and put them down, organize them so that you have a visual idea of what is happening. Because believe it or not, when you are about halfway, sometimes you're frustrated, you want to quit. But if you have that visual mind map right in front of you, it will motivate you to continue. Of course, if you don't want to do a computerized mind map and you want to stick with pen and paper, do whatever suits you best and stick with that. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so this is what your evergreen funnel using these 4 videos is going to look like. So first things first, let's just put this box here resembling your prospect. They're not a customer yet, they're just a prospect. And we'll make this a little bit bigger so that you can see it. Like so. And here's where they're going to go. Obviously, you're not going to send them directly to the 4 videos. You want to send them to an opt-in page. Now, you'll notice that a lot of places like Lead Pages and ClickFunnels and all of that, they will have a lot of times these 4 videos, which is a product launch 4 videos format. So what it looks like is this. Oftentimes you will have a videos 1 or video 1 box, and then you'll have video 2 up at the top. And then you'll have video 3, and video 4. Sometimes I've seen, we've seen video 3 videos, 2 videos, and then sometimes 4 videos. And then a lot of times you'll see the actual video in the middle. And the reason why you want to do this is because what this will do is it'll tease people. So when they opt in, they're going to see all these like thumbnails, but they can't necessarily go to it just yet. And what happens here is when they initially opt in, they are then going to go to a page. Now, the opt-in page is going to look like this, like that. So imagine this being the whole page right here. So you got video 1, 2, 3, 4, and then of course video number 1. So that's the opt-in page, and usually you want to have actually the opt-in page, you could have something like the opt-in form. But then after that, after they opt in, then you can send them directly to another page which has video number 1. Now, then you want to add them to your autoresponder. So we're going to do this. So this is opt-in page. So let's do this. So this then links to the video 1 page. And the video 1 page looks, like I said, looks like this, except the video, instead of the opt-in form here, you have video 1. And then of course you send them over here, video 1 page, and that goes there initially. So from there, you want to definitely add them to your autoresponder. So if they've opted in, then of course, yes, they are on your autoresponder already. And we'll just call this AR, autoresponder. So they then get signed up on your autoresponder, and then you send them to video 2 page. So video 2 page is going to look very much like this, except for this video here is going to have video 2, and then video 3, and then video 4. So that means you're going to want to create this many pages. And don't worry, we'll do a recap in just a minute so that it's not confusing. So once they sign up on your autoresponder series, you send them directly here, but then you can also send them an email that says, welcome, thank you for signing up, here's video number 1. So that way they're presented with it immediately and via their email box, so that if they forget about it, they can refer back to it later. Now, what you're going to want to do is in the autoresponder is to set it on a 1-day increment. So every day they get a new video, right? So day 2 is going to be video 2 page. And of course, day 3, video 3 page. And of course, last but not least, we have video number 4, which is this page here, which is the offer. Now, in addition to that, you might want to set up some sort of scarcity. So you could set up this so that after they get the offer, you decide how long they have to act before the offer disappears. And you can set up a scarcity page that says something like, sign up here before it ends, kind of thing like that. So that's getting a little bit complex, but if we go back to the basics, now that you understand what this page should look like, I'm going to try to simplify it just a little bit. That way it's not too confusing. So we're going to scroll up here like this. So that's the opt-in page. Now that you understand what the opt-in page looks like, I'm just going to directly link this to the autoresponder series. So prospect comes the opt-in page. They're like, oh, I'm excited about this. There might be hope. They sign up. They get sent immediately to the video 1 page. So we can say immediately. And let's just move this way, and then we can type in day 2, day 3, day 4, and then of course you have scarcity. So if you want to pause this video and just go ahead and jot this down. That would be beneficial to you. So again, we have the prospect. They sign up on the opt-in page. They are then added to the autoresponder series. Immediately, they get video 1 page, but they also get an email. All right. So the reason why this is so crucial to have a visual map in front of you is because a lot of times you'll get to this point and you'll think, okay, I've added them. What do I do next? What do I do next? And as easy as it sounds to do, especially this part here, it can get complex later on because there's so many moving pieces of the puzzle. So I hope you enjoyed the basics of the mind map of the marketing evergreen funnel. And with that said, let's move on to the next video and talk about a quick overview of the 4 videos. Hello and welcome back. This is video number 2. Let's jump right in and begin to get on the same page on understanding what it means to plan your pre-launch. So to better understand why a pre-launch is so important, you really need to understand that the reason why most product launches fail is because of a couple things. You see, most vendors that we have seen over the years typically create a product and immediately launch it, even if there is no buzz around it. So the question is, why is buzz so important? Well, it may do okay initially if you're lucky, or it may do horrible. But the point is that if you want a marketing funnel that converts over and over again, time and time again, and does not depend on a specific date and time, then this is why you're going to want to have the pre-launch and the product launch videos. So the pre-launch, of course, is what we're creating now, the 4 videos. But after you launch it, you can still use those 4 videos as the continuous evergreen product launch videos. Now, a lot of times you'll see vendors do product launches that will make anywhere from 5 to 7 figures. In other words, they're doing really well. But then when the launch is over, it makes you a couple sales per day and eventually the product then dies. So that's why we see that a lot of products have a lifetime span. They do really well initially, and then the vendor will close it, they'll reopen it, have another launch, have a special launch during holidays, and it'll do well, but eventually it gets closed down. So if you're looking at a long-term view and you want a long-term funnel and a long-term business, then you definitely want to have videos that are pre-selling your products and services. So in other words, you want to have what we call an evergreen sales funnel. You want it to extend the lifetime of the buzz, right? Now, most vendors assume that people know their product exists, or worse, they assume that their product immediately solves all their prospects' problems. Their prospects are going to come, they're going to buy, but the reality is it's far from that. So the truth is that the majority of people don't know that there is a solution out there, and most of all, they don't know that you are the solution. So we don't want to make the same mistake here of assuming that our prospect already knows that a solution exists. You see, most of the time they assume that they have no hope, but your goal is to motivate them and get them to see that, yes, there is hope. And that's actually the first video, is motivation and hope. And we'll dive into that in more depth later on. So what the videos will do is it'll take somebody who is totally unaware that there is even a solution, and then show them that, hey, there is a solution to your problem. Even though you feel like you've tried so many things and there's no hope, there is hope. Or, they're totally unaware that you are the solution. And they are aware that there are solutions out there and they've tried other solutions, but they've walked away frustrated. But the goal here is to get them excited and ultimately become your buyer. Now that you understand why the pre-launch phase is so crucial and why it's often the biggest missed step, I'll show you what needs to be done next. Hello and welcome to this video course on how to generate pre-launch buzz for your product launch with these 4 powerful videos. This, of course, is video number 1, which is the introduction to product pre-launching with videos. Now, I want to start by saying that the primary goal for this course, just to recap, is to show you how to script out each and every one of these videos according to what you're selling. Obviously, I'm not going to know exactly what you're selling, but I'm going to do my best to give you an outline that you can use to customize it to your product or service. Now, before we get started, I want to give you a quick overview of what's inside this video course. Video number 1 is, of course, this video. Video number 2 is planning your pre-launch. I wanted to make this video to make sure that we are on the same page. Video number 3, we're going to talk about what exactly needs to be done. And I'm going to show you a mind map. We're going to map things out so that you understand visually how things work beyond just the 4 videos. What do you do? How do you get people to opt in? Where do you point them and all that? We're going to map everything out so you have a better idea on the general bird's eye view. Video number 4 is the 4-step video blueprint. We'll give you a quick overview of the 4 videos themselves. And of course, we'll dive in. In video number 5, we'll do video number 1. Video number 6, we'll do video number 2. Video number 7, we'll do the blueprint for number 3. And of course, number 8, we'll do video number 4. And of course, last but not least, we have video number 9, which is getting your video created. So once you have an idea of what it should look like for videos 1, 2, 3, and 4, we want to give you a better direction on how you can get your videos created, either by yourself or you can hire a professional video spokesperson. Where do you go for that? And all of that. All right. So let's talk about what you need to have in hand to get started. Obviously, you're going to need to have your product or service. And then, of course, you're going to need to have money to either hire a video spokesperson, someone to create a video for you, or you'll need to have video software to do it yourself. All right, so with that said, let's move on to video number 2. Here's the truth. You may have a great product, but if you launch it wrong, you're leaving money on the table. Each and every day, product launches are happening. Some do enormously well, and some don't even make a couple dollars. And you can spend months or even years to get a product developed, but if the product launch planning is done incorrectly, then of course you won't get the results that you want. You see, our goal here is to get you to launch a good product so that you can help people, and in the end, you will make the profits that you want. Now, remember, if you help people to get what they want, and then they will help you get what you want. Now, keep in mind that this is not a get-rich-quick system either, and it takes hard work to make these videos. But just with any business, if you have the right plan to go by, then your chances of doing well is greater. With that said, you don't have to make the same mistakes that we made by watching this video course. This is going to be a 9-part step-by-step video course that's going to teach you how to launch your product through a series of 4 videos that will help you generate the buzz that you're going to need. Plus, you'll get access to a step-by-step video blueprint where we're going to show you some fundamentals, but we're also going to show you the outline of what you need in each and every one of these 4 videos. Here's a quick overview of what's inside this video course. Video number 1 is the introduction. Video number 2 is planning your pre-launch. Video number 3 is pre-launch, what needs to be done. Video number 4 is going to be the 4-step video blueprint. Video number 5 is going to be starting with the series of the 4 videos. So we got video 1, video 2, video 3, video 4 for the 4 pre-launch videos. And of course, last but not least, we got video number 9, which is getting your video created. So with that said, go ahead and grab this video course now and learn how to increase your profits by launching your product right now. Here's the truth. You may have a great product, but if you launch it wrong, you're leaving money on the table. Each and every day, product launches are happening. Some do enormously well, and some don't even make a couple dollars. And you can spend months or even years to get a product developed, but if the product launch planning is done incorrectly, then of course you won't get the results that you want. You see, our goal here is to get you to launch a good product so that you can help people, and in the end, you will make the profits that you want. Now, remember, if you help people to get what they want, and then they will help you get what you want. Now, keep in mind that this is not a get-rich-quick system either, and it takes hard work to make these videos. But just with any business, if you have the right plan to go by, then your chances of doing well is greater. With that said, you don't have to make the same mistakes that we made by watching this video course. This is going to be a 9-part step-by-step video course that's going to teach you how to launch your product through a series of 4 videos that will help you generate the buzz that you're going to need. Plus, you'll get access to a step-by-step video blueprint where we're going to show you some fundamentals, but we're also going to show you the outline of what you need in each and every one of these 4 videos. Here's a quick overview of what's inside this video course. Video number 1 is the introduction. Video number 2 is planning your pre-launch. Video number 3 is pre-launch, what needs to be done. Video number 4 is going to be the 4-step video blueprint. Video number 5 is going to be starting with the series of the 4 videos. So we got video 1, video 2, video 3, video 4 for the 4 pre-launch videos. And of course, last but not least, we got video number 9, which is getting your video created. So with that said, go ahead and grab this video course now and learn how to increase your profits by launching your product right now.